Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. So today's video is the official unboxing of the June base box for Boxycharm. This is the $25 box, and let me just say, before we get into the video, that this is the first time in a long time that I can think of that I have gotten all makeup in my box. One item you can argue if it's makeup or skincare, but to me I consider it makeup, and it's all good. So we're going to be creating this look today with everything that came in the box. And we're going for a very summery look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before we get into it, I want to take a quick second to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to become part of the Wolfpack family today. And now, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said in the intro, this is going to be for the base box. You can purchase this box for $25. If you've never signed up for Boxycharm before, I will have a link down below in case you want to check it out. You know, help a girl out, get some charms. But the theme this month is Dare to Dazzle. And the total value of everything that I received in this variation is $146. And I'm trying to look and see what variation that I got. Normally, there's a code on the back or a number telling you what your variation is. But I'm just seeing a code like C2106038-BA. I don't know what to tell you about that. Normally it's like 1, 2, 3, you know, 20, something like that. So I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, let's just go ahead and show you everything that I got in the box, and then we'll move on to the try-on portion. First item that I have is from Jekka Black. And this is the Hydrate Primer. This is a vegan-friendly and cruelty-free hydrating primer for your face. This is the item that I was saying that you could argue one way or another if it's skincare or makeup. Anything that's a primer, I'm going to consider makeup. The next thing that we have is from Luna Magic, and this is the Va Va Voom Pink Lash Primer. Now, whenever I was looking on the website for spoilers for this month, I think I saw that this was made in collaboration with Boxycharm. So this wasn't an item that they already had. This is something that Boxycharm requested, or they worked together, like I said, for a collaboration. So I don't know. I've never had a pink lash primer before, so we're definitely going to give that a try and see how it does. I don't know what the point is of it being pink, if I'm being completely honest, because you're going to put mascara over top of it anyways. Then next up we have a product that I am a huge fan of. I know I've said it repeatedly and you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that. But this is from NARS, and this is the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, and the shade that I received is Mysterious Red. So, no dirty names this time. And it's a very bright, vivid red. I wasn't thinking about this whenever I did the eye look and decided on it for this video, so we'll just have to see how this one does. It might look good. Moving on to the next item, this is a brand new launch for Touch and Soul, so it launched in the Boxycharm box. This is the Glowdant Makeup Palette. And I love the packaging on this. I think they made it look so cute and so artistic. And this, they say, is a face palette, but it looks like a highlighter palette to me, if I'm being completely honest. But, you know, it doesn't stop you if you want to use some of the stuff on your cheeks, if you want to use it on your eyes, so I guess it's a multi-purpose product, but I will be primarily using this for highlighter today. And the last item that came in the box, this is from OPV Beauty, the Spotlight Palette. And I'm so happy to finally see this thing in person. I had seen so many pictures online, and it just looked different depending on who's taking the photo, the lighting, the saturation of the colors. You know, it just, there's a lot of things that would make the palette look really different. So I'm glad to finally get to see it in person. And I apologize you're not seeing her in pristine condition because, like I said, I was trying out different looks with it. I was just trying to figure out what kind of look I wanted to create with it, and something a little bit more colorful rather than a lot of the warm tone looks that I've been seeing. So we want to do something a little bit different, play with some color. So yeah, this is what we're going to be using today. Alright, so that was everything that came in the box. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit and we're going to get started on the makeup. For today's look, we're going to be diving into the OPV Beauty Spotlight Eyeshadow Palette. And this is so pretty. I am so glad I got this in my box. I know there were a few other variations, eyeshadow palettes you could have gotten. I would have liked the Dominique Cosmetics Transition palette. I can't talk today. But I am glad to get this one because it's a little bit more fun. There's a lot more colors in here to play with, even though the other one is more of a, I guess if you're a neutral lover, you definitely would have appreciated that one more. But I just want to play with these shimmers in here and all of these beautiful colors. So that's what we're going to do. If you hear any noises in the background, any coughing, clicking, things like that, Devin is here with me. He's working on a project for a customer, and so he's going to have to listen to me talk about makeup for a while. I've already done my eyebrows and concealed under here and then put eyeshadow primer down, but I'm going to dip into the Natasha Denona palette that we got from Boxycharm not that long ago. I'm going to use this lightest shade here to set the concealer before we go in with the shimmer shades. So this is just to basically set the concealer and make sure that I don't have any issues blending up towards the brow bone with some of these shades, because we're going to be playing with mostly shimmer shades, if not all shimmer shades. I tried so many different looks with this palette, and the one that we're going to do today was my favorite, but I may use this again in upcoming videos and try out some of those other looks because they were nice too. This one's just my favorite. The only thing I will say about this palette, that's kind of like a constructive criticism, is that I wish it had a shade like this in this palette. Just because I want to use it to set the concealer, just do a basic brow bone highlight, stuff like that. I don't really... The two shades that are in here, I tried this one and it's just too dark. It's too dark for me to set it or do... I guess you could do it more as a transition shade, but I just want something a little bit lighter because I'm going to be going in with more of the colorful, lighter looks. And I didn't want this color kind of making anything turn muddy. And I forgot to say that everything I'll be using in today's video will be listed down below in case anyone's curious. And if it's something that wasn't Boxycharm related, I'll have it down in the description box. And I'm just going to use the same brushes whenever I was testing out eye looks. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same ones and use a little color switch to make sure there's not any pigment left over. Still looks a little purple blue, but it's going to work just fine. Alright, so to start off the look, we're going to dip into this shimmer shade here in the corner, Show. And this is a real pretty, like, pink purpley shade. We're going to start off the look with this one. And I will say that the shimmers in here, they're almost a little bit creamy. They're, I don't know, I don't want to call it hard pan, but they're doing something when I'm dipping my brush into them. It's like they're trying to turn into a creamy consistency. So I'm having to dip into it pretty hard to make sure I have enough of the color on the brush. I don't know if this is happening to other people. It's just something that I noticed after doing multiple looks with this palette. So to start off the look, we're taking the shade on a flat shader brush, and we're starting in the inner third of the eye above the crease, and blending that out as we go towards the arch of the brow bone. Now, using the same shader brush that we used in the first color, we're going to dip into Hype, which this is a blue, but it's got kind of a silvery base to it, and we're going to put that just in the middle area beyond where we put that first pink shade. And again, we're keeping the shades up above the crease because we're going to cut the crease here in a minute. Okay, and now using that same brush, because basically we're going to be using the same brush for the majority of this look, we're going to dip into Dream, this beautiful royal blue here in the corner. And we're just going to pack the shade here on the end and smoke it out just a little bit. I'm not going to go too far out with this just yet because I'm going to go back with a blending brush and blend this out really good to make sure it's smooth. The reason I'm using a shader brush is because with these being shimmers, I want to make sure we get enough of the pigmentation down. But I'm just taking this onto the end and I just slightly go over that middle shade. And I'm also going to take this down at the end. I can't talk today. We're going to take this down here onto the outer part of the lid. And I will say that these shimmer shades, they are very creamy. I'm not having any fallout from them, or if I do, it's very minimal. But I wanted to make sure I did my eyes first anyways, just in case I did have a little bit of trouble with them, because I am having to dip into the pan pretty hard, just so that we have everything covered, because that blue, if it got on top of your foundation and you try to brush it away, it would make a horrible mess. So it's a lot easier to do it before you do the rest of your makeup. And now we're going to take a blending brush and just smooth out the edges of where we place that shade along the brow bone area, and just make sure that everything is smooth and you don't have any harsh lines. And now I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer and we're going to cut out the crease. And now I'm going to use just whatever's left on the brush here when I was dipping into the last shade, Dream, and just use it to lightly blend the edge of where the concealer meets that blue eyeshadow. Okay, and now we're going to take a smaller brush. This is a detail pencil brush, and this one's from Crown. We're going to dip into this super, super light shimmery shade here, Limelight, and we're just going to fully load up the brush with this color. And we're going to place this where we cut the crease. And And I'm also taking this a little bit beyond where we put the concealer, just to make sure that blends into the deeper blue really well. And just because I can, I'm just taking a little bit more of that blue shade and tapping it here on the outer corner just to make sure, because I kind of lost a little bit of it where I was putting on the other shade and then the concealer and everything. So I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit more, just make that blue a little bit more vibrant. I have not done a colorful look on camera in a long time, and it feels really good. Like, I'm really enjoying the way this is looking. I don't think it's going to look good with this lip color at all. I may be wrong, but I don't think it's going to look good. Whenever I was trying out looks, this was my absolute favorite, and I knew this is the one I wanted to film for you. So now, because I'm extra, I'm also going to take a glitter liner. This is from Too Faced, and this is in the shade I'm Half Mermaid, and we're going to put it along the crease line just to add a little bit of something extra to it. A little extra shine. I hope you guys are able to see this on camera. It's just something I like to do a little bit extra just to give it a little extra sparkle, and plus it kind of makes the cut crease pop a bit more when you do it this way. But after that, we're going with my Hank & Henry liner, and we're just going to do a very, very tiny, tiny wing. And the shade that I'm using is Blickety Black. So I don't think the wings actually quite match up, but you know what? I'm still learning. I'm still forcing myself to do a wing pretty much every time I do my makeup because I'm trying to get better. But I'm afraid if I try to match this one to that one, this is going to end up getting bigger and bigger every time. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And we're going to move on to the next product, which is the Vava Pink Lash Primer Based. And this is from Luna Magic. There, you can see it. I haven't messed, oh, it's very pink. Okay, so I mean, it's not a super intense pink. I bet you could wear this the way it is, like for the lower lash line, which I might actually do for this look. I might do that. If not, then I'll just put the other mascara over top of it if it looks funny. But we're just going to try this out, and I've already curled my lashes a little bit. Just a little bit because I want to see how everything else does. And this could not have come at a better time because I actually packed up all my stuff and I forgot to leave out a lash primer, so I needed one. This was absolutely perfect for me to get. And I'm just going in with my Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara. And I won't be able to tell up front how well this takes care of my mascara, keeps it from flaking away. I'll have to wear this for a little while, but upon initial application, it seemed to do really well, and my lashes do look a little bit more beefed up, but also that Pat McGrath, and I messed up my face here, the Pat McGrath mascara, it packs a punch. I really like that formula, so I don't know if it's more of the primer or the mascara. Alright, so the eyes are basically done. We're going to move on to the face, and to start off, I'm going to use the hydrating primer from Jecca Black. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this is kind of small for its size. This is a 20 ml. And the Fenty Beauty one here, this was the one I kept out to use while we were moving. This one is considerably bigger. It's a 32 ml. But I'm not sure about the price on this one. But the one from Jecca Black is $20. Well, maybe it's not that bad. I think because of the price, it justifies the size. But I don't know. I was just comparing these two and it looks small. Now this will be a true first impression on this product because I didn't get a chance to play with it before the video. But I'm a huge fan of hydrating primers. Anything that is a multitask product, I really enjoy it. And especially if it has SPF in it, even better. Okay, so I went ahead and did the rest of my base makeup. I forgot to tell you guys before I started to do that. But I used the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Love the coverage on this. And for my bronzer, my blush, I used this palette we got from Iconic London. I believe this came in the December Luxe. I actually haven't had a chance to really play with it much, so I gave it a little bit more of a try today. And I went with the nude blush and the bronzer here. I kind of wanted to go with this one, but I didn't know if it would look right with this look or be a little bit too intense, because the eye look is kind of cool tone and this is a little bit too warm for me. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the lower lash line makeup. We're going to dip back into the Spotlight palette. I don't really know exactly which color I want to do for the lower lash line, because I think the blue, if I went too far in, it would look a little bit too intense. So maybe let's just go in with Show with this pink shade here and see how that does, and then do the deep blue shade just on the very, very outer corner to connect the lower lash line to the upper. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the Luna Magic Primer. Now this is such a pretty color, the light pink on here. I kind of want to see what it would look like just that. And if it doesn't look right, then we'll go over with the regular mascara. But it may be cute. Okay, I think it's cute. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I think I'm just going to leave this for the lower lash line. I don't think I've ever done a look quite like this before. So it'll be something new, and I'm definitely going to post this online because I love the way this eye look turned out. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Glowdient Face Palette from Touch in Soul. Now, I'm not going to be able to use all of the shades right now. These two on the end, they're a little bit too deep for me, but if I was thinking of, like, for an eyeshadow, I think they would look really, really pretty. But I'll be sticking to mostly these three, like a mixture of these three for highlight. And I really like the mirror in here. It's a very nice big mirror. But let's just do a mixture of these first two shades. Ooh. That has a super intense highlight. And you can see my texture here, but my face is still recovering wherever I had that breakout. But that is so pretty. I'm going to also put it in the inner corners and touch a little bit on the brow bone. So the last thing we have to try out in today's video is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils. Love this formula. I have it in several different colors. The one they sent me, again, is Mysterious Red. I don't know how this is going to look with this eye look, but we're going to give it a try. And if it doesn't look right, I have a backup I'm going to put on. But we have to try it at least, see how it looks. And I don't have a lip liner. Oh well. No! It broke that fast. Aww. Okay, thankfully I have a pencil sharpener. Do you remember one of my more recent videos? It may have been a Boxycharm video. I had an eyeliner and I was aggravated because it broke whenever I was trying to use it. And I didn't have any pencil sharpeners, so I couldn't use it and I had to use a different one. Well, my boyfriend saw that and he went ahead and got me a couple of sharpeners so that I don't have to worry about that again. So, points for Devin. Okay, so I don't have the sharp point that it had when I first got it, but dang it, it broke right away. I don't know how that happened. But I don't like the way the end of this looks. It's kind of chewed up a little bit. I'm going to see if I can smooth it out. Maybe in my hand. Just warm it up a little and make it a little bit smoother. So I think this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get it. So let's just go ahead and try it out. Alright, well here is the finished look with the lip pencil that was included in the box this month. I actually really like the color. The color I think is super nice. It's a vibrant but not crazy like a clown red. Sorry, Lila just got up and she just had to shake it out. I don't know if I necessarily like it with this look. Like, it's growing on me a little bit, like I kind of like it, but at the same time I kind of don't. My eyeshadow, I love the eye look that I did today. I have not done something this colorful and creative in a while, and I really, really enjoy it. The lipstick, I just don't care for it. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off and we'll put on a different lip color. And make sure that you comment down below, let me know which one of these you liked better. Either the red lipstick or the nude lipstick. And we're back. Now this is the kind of lip I would wear with this particular eye look. Just because this is really cool tone. The lip color is cool tone. I think it looks really good as a whole. And by the way, my hair, I stopped putting in the pink because I'm kind of letting it fade so I can try in a different color. And this color almost matches my shirt. I feel like it looks a little bit weird. But anyways, back to the makeup. The lipstick that I put on, this is from Marc Jacobs, and this is in the shade Slow Burn. If you're looking for a good everyday kind of lipstick, this is one of my absolute favorites. Love this so much. It's a lipstick, liquid lipstick, but it doesn't dry down matte. It is a creamy formula, so it stays super comfortable on the lips. But you'll want to make sure you want to throw it in your purse so that if you have to reapply it, you can. But yeah, that is everything that I got in my Boxycharm box. So let's talk about it a little bit. The Glowdant highlighter palette, they keep calling it a face palette. I'm going to keep calling it a highlighter palette. This was actually so much more intense than I was prepared for. I know a lot of times in K-beauty, sometimes their cosmetics are lighter, softer looks. This is full intensity. This is a really good highlighter palette. I was very surprised with it. I love the packaging on it. It feels like it's luxurious, or like it has a heavier weight to it. I like products like that. The front of it's really pretty. It has a super nice mirror in it. The other things that we tried out, the Jecca Black Hydrating Primer. I'm still on the fence about this. I think my makeup applied beautifully, but I did have a few places where I had to keep going over it several times to make sure that the coverage is there, because it seemed like it kept lifting up. I don't know why. I've never had that happen before. I don't want to say it was this, but maybe that had something to do with it. I also have a new moisturizer I hadn't worn before on, so maybe those two together is what was causing the issue. The Colored Lash Primer. I think this is a genius idea. I think this brand needs to do like a whole series like this, because where I just left the primer bare on the lower lash line, I love the way that looks. I think it's so incredibly cute, and they should just have a whole set that is colored, or you know, that has pigment to it like that, instead of just the usual white. Like, that is so pretty. I don't know about how well it's lasting. We'll have to, I've got another video I need to film after this, so hopefully I'll have a better idea after that. But for now, so far so good. It's such a shame that this lip pencil broke right in the first go. I don't know if it's because of the heat in here, because I'm back in the building, but it's like the roof, there's no insulation in it, and it's a metal roof. So it's getting very hot in here, and I'm wondering if maybe that was part of the reason why it broke, because this has been happening to a few of my lip products. I don't keep them in here the whole time. You know, obviously I take them to my bedroom, but whenever I'm over here filming, they're in here with me all day, and I'm wondering if maybe that's got part of it. You know, that's giving some issue. The eyeshadow palette did so well. I don't know, this, like, I thought maybe I was doing a hard pan, but I was using the brush on a couple of these other shades today, and it seemed like they picked up a lot better on a brush, except for this one. This pink one, Show, is still giving me some trouble. I don't know what's up with that one particular shade, and it's doing it to the blue one also, but not as bad. It's just that one is doing really bad. It still put a lot of pigmentation, like a lot came off, and I created a really pretty look. I love this palette. This one, I wanted to do something different, because most people that I saw online, whenever they were reviewing it, they were doing more of the warm eyeshadow looks. Like, they were staying over on this side of the palette, and I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to go over here. So that's what I did. I stuck on this side of the row, and I used 4 of the shades, and they were all shimmers. So far, I'm really impressed with this. What was the last thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, never mind. That was actually everything. For some reason, I thought there was more products, or I tried more products. I guess because I used more of my own for today's look. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you're going to do this eye look. Like, I know most people are either neutral lovers and they want to stick to that, or they want to play with some color. And today, I just wanted to play with color, and I love this eye look. I've gotten to where I really enjoy cool tone eyeshadows. Like, it looks good on my skin tone, I think. And this one is just one of my absolute favorite looks I've done in a long time. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you hadn't already, make sure you take a quick second to hit that subscribe button to become part of the Wolfpack family. And I will have my premium box unboxing up soon, as well as the Luxe box. A little bit of a spoiler alert for the Luxe box. It wasn't my favorite. I'll break that down a little bit more whenever we get into the video. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a great day, great night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!